Hi, today we're going to focus on making a collage, montage, slideshow type video. I just have a blank project. We're going to go start to finish. The first thing I did was add some music. I picked a rock song. If I wanted to replace this, I can, click and pick a song, but I picked a rock one because we're going to do a car show. I actually started with my uploads, and so I went to my asset library, created a folder, and added a bunch of photos and a couple video clips from the car show that I'm going to make a video of. You could add a few, you could add a ton of different videos. We're going to keep it to a limited selection to show this off. As I go into my project, the first thing, I need to get some scene structure. I'm going to use the corporate style. We have a bunch of different styles. You can use anything you want. You can go to the full scene library, check out layouts. There's a lot of good profile, frame, name tag type layouts that would be a really good fit for this, but I'm going to just pick styles since they're cohesive. I'm going to use the corporate style. It's got a bunch of good photo, video clip, frame and background scenes. This one's my title. This one's great. And so we're going to do a Denver car show. Denver Auto Show. Obviously title this whatever you want. I'm going to make this sort of look nice. And my first step is I want to replace this image. So this has a frame on it. I think it's a little dark, so I'm going to reduce the transparency a bit. And I'm going to go in. I've selected my background here. I can see that it's my background using this layer palette. So I want to replace that. And I'll go in here, replace media. I'm just going to search for Denver, pick a cool Denver shot. Oops, I want to get stock here. And so this is giving me Denver. I'm going to use a video for this one. If I wanted to use images, I could pick a still image one too, but we'll pick this. And let's see, we'll get a nice kind of like sunshine city view. So there's my Denver first scene. I'm just going to make this quite a bit bigger. The Denver Auto Show video. Everything else looks great here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, the simplest way to manage this is just to go add your images. So I've got my car show, and see I've got these labeled 5, 2, 3, 1. So this is my first one. This is going to add as a new scene. If I don't care to have text or some sort of structure, I can just add these, size them however I want. And this one's just a still image, so I've got this to be about 4 seconds. That works. I've got a transition here, so I want to circle reveal into this one so we can see what that looks like. That works to start out. And then I'm going to pick a more of a framed version, so I get right back into the scenes that I was in before. And this one's going to be a video, so let's get a nice frame for the video. So we'll use this one because maybe I have something I want to say in this video. So I pick the image, replace the image here. I'm going to go find my second thing here, car 2. So this is a little kind of video looking down. That'll work, and maybe I want to stretch this a little bit to get a bit more of it. And I can double click and slide and get it right where I want. Release that. And I would say the Denver car show featured all types of cars. Get this set the way I want. Probably need to make it a little bigger, and that works. If I don't like the colors of the background, I can kind of go make some tweaks to this. This has like a little colored frame on it, so I'm just going to actually delete that and make the background color. Let's just go with like let's see, what is this? I'll go with the blue here. Get rid of that since I don't need it. And then maybe I want to center this text. I can use all the normal sort of features here and line it up in the middle. That looks pretty good. Shadow still works. Slide it a little bit to the center, and there we go. If I wanted this to look a little different, maybe I test out a frame. Let's say I want rounded corners. I fit that in there. Lots of different things that I could do to make that work. We'll leave that like that. It looks pretty good. And this video clip, so this scene automatically resized to the duration of the clip. What I'm seeing here is that this image, if I want to see what's in this, so the car video is in the foreground. So that means it's going to show up about half a second in. So I want to see, this has a fade in effect, which I like. This block is the duration of the video. I can see that with timing, that this is a 15-second clip. I don't need the whole 15 seconds, so I can just shorten this scene to kind of what I want here. And then for the rest of the scenes, I'm just going to click add scene and add in my uploads. So I'm going to look for car 3. There we go. That's probably fine. I want to put a transition probably on all of these. So I'm going to do a fade on that one. This one automatically had one. Yep, that's got a fade. Let's do this one differently then. Let's go swipe left. Add another scene. So I've got 3. I want 2 more. So my uploads, car 5, car 3, car 1, car, 2, 5. So let's just go 4. And then I can add my transition whenever I want to. Let's go swipe up. And then my last car. Oh, that's a nice little video. So I've got that here. And again, I don't need the full video. I'll shorten this to what I want. I can trim it. So if I wanted this video to start, if I didn't like where it was starting, I want to start a little sooner, maybe I go start it in here, and that'll adjust my scene again to the clip duration, and I can just kind of do it the way I want. Make sure I get a transition here. We'll do curtain open, and then I'm going to add a final scene. So I always click add scene to make sure it adds a new one. As a closing scene, I'm just going to have this sort of simple background. This is blue, that's going to match sort of the general theme. Let us know if you'd like to attend the next show. Whatever I want to use to close this. And again, make this a little bit bigger here. Keep that since it's a nice little fade effect. And that's what I got. So I already have my music here. I've got all my scenes. I'm going to check, make sure I got transitions on all of them. This looks pretty good. And maybe some of these, one of the effects that's helpful, feels a little bright, so I'm going to add a little filter on here. I'm just going to put a dark filter and then back off the opacity a bit so that looks kind of similar. So now we can preview this and see how it looks. So one thing I noticed is this clip actually has audio, so I'm going to mute that audio so that the music doesn't automatically fade. And then a couple other things to call out. Any of these still images have a background effect. So these are zooming in since they're set in the background, which is great. I like that look. If I wanted to change that a bit to have some zoom out, some zoom in, I can do that as well. But otherwise I think this looks pretty good. So I'm going to go to publish. When I get to publish, first thing, I just click build, let this thing start building. I've already got my title. I'm going to wait and see what it looks like. I can download the MP4 as soon as it's ready. If I wanted to add a call to action, like join the next car show and put a link, I can do that. It's not really relevant in this one. And I'll see analytics if I share the link with people to view it. Otherwise, I can always get my download. That's how to make a collage. I'd say the big focus is using add scene to just add images. That makes it really easy versus trying to have to replace everything. But otherwise, I could always use this to help give me some structure to different things. And I have tons of different options in all the layouts that we have, particularly as you look into stuff like media, frames, profiles. Those are built to help show a range of different ways to display images, videos, and other things like that.